So I hear this phrase kind of regularly when people talk about inspections, and they ask, will this home pass an inspection? And so I figured it's a good topic. Let's talk about that for a couple minutes. So according to our standard agreement of sale in the state of Pennsylvania, a home inspection is not a requirement, first of all. And secondly, all real estate is sold as is unless otherwise agreed to, okay? So just because the buyers have a home inspection does not mean that the sellers are obligated to doing anything in response to that inspection report, okay? But also the buyers are not obligated to keeping that property if things come up on the inspection report that they're not comfortable. So there's the home inspection situation is not a pass or fail scenario. It's a little bit different in the appraisal world, and that's going to be for a different video. But when it comes to a home inspection, there might be things on the report that the buyer is uncomfortable with. There might be things on the inspection report that the seller probably should take care of. But a pass or fail, there's nobody really judging that situation. It's an agreement between the buyer and the seller as to whether they're comfortable with the situation, whether they're going to come to terms on maybe some repairs that are going to be made, or some seller's concessions that would be made at closing so the buyer can make repairs. But there isn't a pass or fail when it comes to the home inspection. So here's just a couple of thoughts on the home inspection. So when it comes to a home inspection as a buyer, you were looking for safety and soundness concerns. Is there something on this report that would make the house unsafe for me and my family to live in? Or is there something structurally wrong with the home that's going to be a problem when it comes to potential resale value or the structural integrity of the property or something like that? That's really what you're kind of looking for with big ticket items on an inspection report. Other than that, an inspection report is really just a lot of information for you about the current condition of the property. You're buying a used home, a used property, and so because of that, there's going to be things on there that aren't going to be pristine, but it's really just kind of letting you know what the situation is about that property in specific, okay? And then on the seller side, what you're really looking for is, if this buyer's uncomfortable with things on this inspection report, are there things that I need to take care of so that the next buyer might be comfortable with the condition of my home? Again, you're not obligated to making repairs, but you do have to kind of disclose those things to the next buyer coming down the road. And so it's just a couple of things to be paying attention to if you're the seller. Like, you don't have to make any of the repairs, but the next buyer is going to find out about the things that are on there too. So is it in your best interest to deal with those things right now, or to maybe pass it off into the next transaction? Hope it helps you guys.